She just give me that attitude like, don't worry about it. Mind your business. Woo, 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 woo. And I'm all like, who is you talking to? And she's like, what did you say? I'm like, talking to? It's your time. It's his time. It's Bam's time. Bam's time to shine. I need a haircut, man. I need one. I need to get fresh and done. As you can see, I'm not in my regular area. I'm downstairs where you can see the fan. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. I'm just downstairs with it. I got another lit story time for y'all. Story time. Lit story time for y'all. You can already see what it is by the title, bro. So I'm just going to go ahead and dive straight into it. Appreciate y'all showing love to the last video, the mukbang, with my dog, Rashawn. You feel me? Got a couple cooking videos coming, you know. Different ones. I know you seen the last one. Well, just me in it. You know. But enough about that. Let's get straight to this story time. Let's dive right into this topic, bro. So as you can see by the title, I had a little incident where I had to, you know... nah, I'm playing. I just had an incident where I kind of had to, you know, call a girl out her name for the one time. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. You know, I'm not the type of person that does that on the regular. That was my first time doing it to her face anyway. You feel me? Or to a girl's face anyway. So, and I just kind of got pushed to a limit. So I'm going to go ahead and dive straight into the story. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. And we're going to go from there. So pretty much, bro, 2018, you know what I'm saying? We just graduated high school. Deer Valley, just graduated and all. I'm at university, Central Washington University, to be exact. And, you know, I meet some girls out there. Cool. Wasn't even on that type of time. I know people probably thinking, "Oh, you was doing it." Nah, wasn't even on that type of time. I didn't really have the right experience that I should have had when I was out there for reasons that I might say on camera, may or may not. But pretty much, honestly, it was this girl. I ain't gonna say her name. Like, I just thought about this. This just came to my head. Certain videos come to my head. I just seen a video of her, this girl who I met out there. I seen her on her story. So, and me and that girl be cool. But the other one, like, I don't got no beef with her or nothing. But, you know, I just seen her on, you know, the story. So I was like, hey, that just came to my head to talk about it. So pretty much, first day, not the first day, but the first time I see her. You know when you, like, pretty much she was just talking to me like she knew me my whole life, and you know what I'm saying, and that wasn't it. I let a lot of stuff slide. It was a lot of me calling her out her name that time. It was built up. It just built up, bro. Like, for real. So I'm gonna go ahead and say exactly. Hold on, like too much. So pretty much, I forget what she says the first day I meet her, but like I said, she's just talking to me like she's known me her whole life, and that just wasn't it. But I was being nice. I was letting it slide. She's just giving me all type of attitude. I'm like, damn, I'm asking you simple questions. We walking with the same people. Like, why you acting all, you know what I'm saying? And she says, that's just how I am. I come off as blunt and rude, this, that, and the other. I'm like, well, you got to fix that. Coming off as blunt, there's nothing wrong with that. Because I can be blunt too. But coming off rude and disrespectful, that's a whole different thing. Because you don't even know me like that. You know what I mean? So, cool. And I'm going to go ahead and skip straight to the part. Because I'm not leaving nothing out. Trust me, hope I'm telling you the full story. I could even call the girl who called the girl who I met out there, who was literally at the table when I did it, honestly. So pretty much one day I come up to, you know, this little friend group I had out there, and the girl who I cussed out, pretty much she on her laptop, she buying something. I don't know what she doing. I'm like, oh, what you doing on your laptop? What you about to buy? And she says, none of your business. I'm like, don't worry about it. I'm like, and she say it kind of loud. You know when a girl get loud, I'm like, oh. She said it kind of loud. So I'm like, at that point, I done already took the disrespect. She just give me that attitude like, don't worry about it. Mind your business. Woo, 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 woo. And I'm like, who is you talking to? And she's like, what did you say? I'm like, talking to? Just like that. I swear, I promise to God exactly how I said it. Like, bitch, what? And then, you know what I'm saying, everybody looking at me at the table like, cause they didn't know they wasn't expecting. Like, bro, you've been talking to me crazy ever since I met you. I've been letting it slide. I'm like, don't ever talk to me like that. Is you crazy? You know what I mean? And then you know, that happened, and I just end up walking away. I end up leaving her. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna catch y'all later, bitch. Like, y'all gotta, you feel me? I'm not even gonna let her mess up whatever, like my day or whatever. So this girl was talking to a dude at the time who went to the school. She wasn't even really serious with him, but she was talking to the dude. I guess it was her boyfriend, I guess. I don't know. I guess they were together. So, you know what I'm saying? The girls, and this is where I kind of had to kind of watch my back, because when the people who I was around, when they saw me like react to that, they were like, they didn't want to mess with me no more because of how I reacted. So that's when I kind of first got put on game. Like, man, it was like, y'all, certain y'all females, like, y'all be like, it was a couple like female friends. I'm like, some of y'all like, y'all snakes, bro, just because I reacted to her. I'm like, what, like, just because I, you know what I'm saying, like, I reacted that type of way, you don't want to mess with me no more. It's cool and all. I didn't really say nothing. I kept that to myself. But I'm like, all right, it's whatever. I don't take back nothing I said. So long story short, it's the girl who I cussed out. She go and tell her boyfriend or whatever the dude she's talking to. This like a couple of, or maybe like the next day or 2 days later, I'm walking with some cool dudes I met out there. And he already, me and him have already like spoken before, so he already knew who I was. He all like, hey, he's like, hey bro, we gotta talk. I'm like, it's good. And then the next day, I'm sitting with the same friend group, and that girl's actually there too. But I'm not saying nothing to her. She's there too. And he come in, he just tapped me on my shoulder. He's like, come on. I get up, go outside, we talk. He's like, so what happened? Because he's like, I don't like the B word, like, woo, woo, woo. And I'm all like, well, what did your girl tell you? And he told me what she told him, like, and I was like, typical. He was like, what you mean? And I'm like, it's typical how, you know, I'm already thinking in my head she didn't tell you the whole story. So I go ahead and run him down the whole story. I tell him, first of all, when I first met her, she came off as rude and disrespectful, but I never said nothing. I kept it to myself. She tried to give me an excuse that she's rude and blunt, this, that, and the other. She tried to say that like that was like something good, something to be proud of. And I'm like, bro, I'm not having that. But I was being nice. I didn't say anything. So when I asked her, I'm like, oh, so what y'all about to get into tonight? Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, oh, what you about to buy? Because she was buying something on her laptop. Just like that, nothing more, nothing less. And she gave me that weird response. And I told him that. And that's what made me say that to her. I told him she got loud and people started looking, this, that, and the other. So I was like, oh, you want to make a scene? Who was you talking to? I was like, bitch, who was you talking to? You feel me? So, and as I told him that, this is so typical. As I told him that, he just sat there like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, she didn't say all that, huh? As I said earlier before I just told y'all. She didn't say all that. He was all like, man, this is why, you know, I'm thinking about not talking to her. She always in drama, woo, woo, woo. As soon as he said that, I'm like, yeah, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? You can come talk to me, and nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna defend my girl regardless, even if she did do something first. But when we're in private, nobody gonna call my girl out her name. If somebody's going to call my girl out her name, it's going to be me. Not that I'll do it. Don't get confused. I'm just saying, if somebody's going to do it, it's going to be me. Understand that. I won't do that. I'll try my best not to do that. But if it's gonna be somebody, it's gonna be me. So he like, yeah, bro, I don't even want. See, this is why I don't kind of want to talk to her. She always in drama. Woo, woo, this, that, and the other. I'm like, yeah, bro, like, you gotta tell her to hold herself accountable. She can't just be talking to people like that. She don't even know me. I know some other dudes that would have did way worse. Not put their hands on her, but they would have let her, like, she would have heard it. All she heard from me was the B word. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, she could have, like, you know, I know some dudes that call some girls to whoop her, like, all type of stuff. I'm like, bro, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta check that, because that stank attitude, she gonna be single. She gonna be a single mom one day, bro. You gotta really check that. Like, that attitude and that, like, rudeness and stuff, like, that's, like, nah, bro. Like, that, like, it's dead, bro. She can't just walk around with that on her. Like, it's just dead, bro. And as I told him that, you know, we dapped each other up, and that was it. And in my head, I'm like, she told him, like, what was he supposed to do? Because I already knew in my head she didn't tell him the full story. I already knew in my head. Because if you told him the full story, he might have still wanted to talk to me, but he would have said something to you, because I already know he didn't say nothing to her, but he just told her, all right, I'm finna talk to him. Woo, woo. You get what I'm saying? And I don't know, this was 2018. I don't know if she was upset at the fact that he didn't really, you feel me? Because she didn't he was pretty much on my side. When I told him the full story, he was pretty much on my side. My heartbreak is growing back in. That's why I look like it's not a bald spot. It's my heartbreak part. People who are new subscribe don't know. So yeah, that's what happened, and it's so crazy because I wasn't really saying nothing to that girl anymore. And one day she's like, "Do you have a problem with me?" And I'm all like, and that was in my head too. I'm all like, you knew what you started. You knew what you were doing. And now that I reacted in a way, now you want to ask me, do I have a problem with you? I told her, like, I don't have no beef with you. We were saying at the same time, I don't have no static with you. And she was like, okay, I'm just making sure, woo woo. And that was pretty much her apology, because she knew she was acting. She knew how she was acting towards me for no like. She already knew, and I don't play. You don't talk to somebody like how like the way she was talking to me, bro. Like she knew me her whole life. Nah, that's not like that's not going down. I'm sorry. Like that's we're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just not gonna happen. So that's the only time I called a girl out her name. Like how I'm looking at y'all. That's exactly how. Like I'm gonna say it again. She said. I'm sitting down. I'm like, oh, what you behind? What you doing on your laptop? Even in my head, I started thinking maybe I shouldn't have asked her that. And I'm all like, if me asking you such a question like that, because like I said, we weren't like cool. Because I told you like, man, why you talking to me like you know me? But I didn't go off on her that very first day that she did that. I didn't say that. So we were like cordial type of thing, and it wasn't really no beat. I remember now that it's coming back to me. Like I remember, I was in her, like, we all went to her room one time, you know what I'm saying? So, damn, I was a nerd when I was out there, bro. I did a lot of, why am I ain't even gonna get into that. But pretty much, yeah, so I remember it was somewhat cordial a little bit between me and her, so it wasn't like static all the time. She just had her, that was just how she was as a person, quote unquote. And I'm all like, well, she probably ain't like that no more. She probably didn't got humbled. So it wasn't like we were just beefing. No, we were somewhat cordial, somewhat cool. After the first day, I told her like you talking like you know me type stuff. She told me that's just how she is. Woo woo. I'm like, okay, I just let it slide. Then we were somewhat cordial after that. Like I said, this is 2018. It's kind of hard for me to remember because I literally just remembered her as I seen a video of her today on Snapchat. So yeah, so pretty much at the table, like I said, oh, what you doing? What you about to buy? Don't worry about it. It's none of your business. Just like that. All attitude and all. She kind of she didn't realize how loud she was talking. Some people naturally have loud voices. I'm one of those people, but she didn't realize how loud she said that and people looking. I'm all like, oh, you want to give a show? I felt disrespected anyway, so I'm all like, bro, I'm like, bitch, who's you talking to? She's like, what did you say? I'm like, bitch, who's you talking to? Because, and I ain't gonna lie, my heart was pounding when I said, like I said, I've never cussed a girl out like that before. I hope she's the last. I really do. Anyways, respect women. Only do that if you really need to. She might actually like it. It's a turn on for them. I have firsthand I had G1 classification from somebody who told me that. So it might be a turn on. You never know. So, you know what I'm saying? But that's the end of this video. That's just a brief little story time I wanted to come on here and tell y'all, man. Make sure y'all like this video. Y'all subscribe. Rest in peace to Dakari. Rest in peace to X. And rest in peace to Grandma. Both our grandmas. And I'm out. Bam time.